Hello viewers, welcome again to this YouTube channel. So today we are going to talk about Excel errors. So I already have a document I've already prepared of which we shall work in and to see the Excel errors. We have many errors, but we are going to talk about the 5 most common Excel errors. That is the hash diff, the hash value, the hash name, the hash reference, and the hash null. So in this we are going to I'm going to help you on how to navigate through your Excel word and see how to solve on different error messages. Let's start by hash diff. For hash diff, it appears when you're dividing something with 0. In Excel, if you're dividing, you don't divide anything by 0, and if you divide anything by 0, it brings for you hash diff. So let's try. This equals to this h2 divide by 0. It brings for you hash diff. So whenever you see this error hash diff, just know there's a point somewhere where you've divided where you've divided by 0. So you're going to correct it just by deleting that, and you divide it with the appropriate content. Then there's also hash value. Hash value only occurs when you have missing values or incompatible values, like you have letters instead of text. For example, let's substitute this marks with a letter, and we see with a letter or just a word even. So if you have this word read instead of some maybe figures, it will bring for you hash value. If you see this error message in Excel, hash value, it means you have some incompatible values somewhere. So if you go back through your document, you check in that cell, you'll find out that it's not a figure. Yeah. Then if you correct it, your error message disappears. Then there's another one called hash name. Hash name only occurs when you enter a wrong formula name. In case we talked of for sum, you enter it to be for when you're getting the total, you enter sum. But if you misfire, if you enter equals to total or instead of sum, it will bring for you hash name because it's the wrong function name. So it means the name is wrong. So that one will bring for your error message. You have to go back and see how the function name is. So hash sum. That one now it cannot bring for you any error message, so you can add in your sum. Then there's also hash reference. For hash reference, it occurs when you have a missing reference. For example, we have already entered this like marks here for the different subjects, but remember we had used for getting our total, we had used all these like marks for math, SST, science, and English. So now our total is the sum of all the four columns. So now if you delete one column, let's delete this. If you delete it, it will bring for you hash reference, because we were referring like this function was referring to the specific cell, the specific row. So now because it is not there, where the reference is not there, it will bring for you that error message. Whenever you see this error message, it means there's a missing reference point. Yeah, so if you return back that reference point, the error message goes away. Yeah. Then now our last one, the one we're going to talk about, is hash null. Hash null only occurs when there's a space instead of a comma, or even instead of a colon in a formula. For example, let's use for average, for getting average. Yeah. So for average, here will be equals to average. Yeah. So our average is supposed to be from, let's get for science to English here. But now if instead of this colon we have a space, it brings for you the error message of hash null. So now for you to brings for you the error message of hash null, So whenever you see hash null, just know you have an empty space somewhere, of which you're supposed to substitute with a comma or a colon. Like for this average here, if we substitute it with a colon, it will bring back our average, and here we get the answer. Yeah. So these different error messages in Excel will help you to execute your data by finding out which kind of error is there in your data and figuring it out so that you can get your proper calculations. Thank you for staying tuned. Wait again for another video which will be coming soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.